pro player Yamso with $100,000 earned wins victory cups with ease. He even won the most recent one. So I studied this game so I can teach you what I learned and so you can start winning money in the victory cups. The first thing that Yamso does good here is he pickaxes and then nitrous in, which is using a trick that he learned this season, and then he swings all the way to the left. When you're facing into a box and in a situation like that going through the stairs, always swing to the bottom left corner because then you have the right hand peak. And with him swinging to that with that movement as well, it would have made Bugha also have to swing to the right. Right? So keep your movement in mind. The second thing that Yamso does here that I think is useful to learn is he pressures the right hand wall but then switches to the left edit and surprise the guy and kill him. You know, he was low HP, but still doing things that are out of the ordinary or they're kind of random or like trying to trick your opponents is a really important thing to remember. Because he could have easily just edited that wall the second he got it, but then his opponent could have maybe shot him, went back in and built. So it's important to try and think what your opponent's thinking and use mind games and trick him. Just the way like he did there. He shot the wall. The player then would have looked to see if he destroyed the wall, and then Yamso could quickly edit the one that he did take and catch him off guard. For this next kill, there's two crucial things that Yamso does. Firstly, as you see when the replay stops like in here, he goes to fight this guy, but he realizes he's in the open and boxes up because he's already started this box fight to be safe. But then the second thing, he catches this guy off guard with his weak material walls. When you're about to start a box fight, you should not be in wooden walls. So yes, Yamso spotted this and took advantage of it, but also the learning is to not do what the other guy did, to be boxing up in wood, especially when you're about to start box fighting someone. An important thing to learn from this fight, which I was actually surprised by watching Yamso, is patience. For a player as good as Yamso, I was surprised that he went fighting this guy on for a minute and a bit, taking his time with a right hand peek until, as you can see, he eventually killed him. But yeah, I was surprised by this because no matter how good you are, you still should be patient and don't force going for the kill when you don't need to. Yes, Yamso could have been risky and just jumped into this for this box, but he had a massive base of boxes and that would have been a bad play. So Yamso played it patient. So remember to play patient and also play your right hand peaks. Yamso is really teaching me a lot right now by watching him. With this, he goes to attack him, he uses the face trick again. There's a lovely right hand peek, puts the wall there, and then he resets it, but he opened that wall there, the way he opened that. Him doing that, it stopped the chance of the other player like getting a lucky crouch duck peek behind the wall and then shooting him. It basically, yes, it risked Yamso getting hit once, but he was full HP and he knew the other guy was weak. So to finish the fight quickly, doing the edit is quite a smart play. But don't always do the edit. If Yamso was weak, he should definitely not have done the edit, but he wasn't. A really smart play that Yamso does here is, as you're going to see, he's going to go out this box, but he goes underneath to switch his angle. But the main reason he does this is because now look at the third parties. The third parties have an angle more on this guy in the metal box than they do on Yamso, so he can't get third parties. It's really smart, and it's something to be aware of when you're box fighting this late into the game, in endgame. You need to be aware of who has angles on you in the case of a third party, because when you're fighting, walls get weak, you get weak, and other players, they spray and they try and get the kill. So yeah, really smart, and he's still staying at this angle. He's not flying around the place. He's making sure the third parties don't have sights on him. So here, he uses the deagle to get big damage off. So carrying the deagle is not a bad choice if you have good enough aim, because it can do some serious damage, and it allows him to double key hard here for an easy refresh because he knows how much damage he is. But look here again, instead of just trying to jump in on that back wall straight away, he knows to go to the side and make his own box because of third parties. If it was me, I would have went straight to that back side, and I guarantee you third party would have came in because they're also rotating on that backside. So they would have seen the fight, jumped in as well, just as on me, and I probably would have died. So really smart to go from the side angle like this, so there isn't guys rotating and going to jump in on the backside like they could have. So there he does spot the Wads weak, does the nice face and trick again, and gets the kill easily. But look, if you look right now around him, so you can see all the players that need to rotate in from this side. So yeah, really important. When you're thinking about getting a refresh, especially when Storm's moving or in the end game, think about what angle you're going to go from, that you're going to get less likely to get jumped on from third parties. So this is a mistake that I would have made, but Yamsu doesn't. We all have had it where you run out of bullets and the reload management is poor, but you're going to see what Yamsu does when he has this issue. So he weakens this guy, he even sprays his pyramid and goes for the kill, and then what happens? He realizes he's no bullets, he resets the wall, he doesn't panic, he doesn't jump in there and hope that he hits every last shot with the AR bullets that he does have. He gets the reload, and then he simply hits his shot. Now I don't know if he gets the kill here, but the lesson to learn from this is to not rush. You know, if the kill is there, the kill is there, but if it's not, don't force it. Yamsu didn't force it there. He did not have enough bullets to jump in, and then because of that delay, the player got away, but Yamsu is still alive, which is the main thing. He could have easily risked it and died with the few AR bullets that he had in his gun. So do not agree to reload. I've died too many times trying to like attack with the last few I have my gun instead of playing just a bit slower, stopping for a second and getting the reload off. This next tip is kind of more of a reminder that we see Yamsu does here is he gets a really nice kill from good aim, but what he does here is he gets the mats and he drops his deagle for the mid mist. When he gets to this late into the end game, it's important to realize, you know, many of these Victory Cup games go to heal off. So you have to be thinking, you know, you get a refresh, maybe I should be dropping a gun here for some whites because we're getting close to the heal off stage. And, you know, he already has an AR and a shotgun, so he should 100% be dropping the deagle for a mid mist. But even then, let's say it was a bit more later into the end game, I think if he found like medkits, he would also drop his AR for those medkits. So depending on what stages in the end game, it's important to make the decision of dropping a gun for white heals for heal off. Something that I think Yamsu that is doing here that is really good is, I'm going to leave it plan a bit more, but when you're in endgame, you need to be looking for the win condition. So what does Yamsu do? He looks for it. Even though he already went for height and failed, he still is looking up, and the height is so far up, but he still is looking for it. Because to win these games, to be honest, the amount of these Victory Cups I've lost, the ones who usually win like 90% of the time is the players who play height. And Yamsu, as a person who wins the Victory Cup nearly every time he plays, he knows this. So that's why he's focusing so hard on height. So when you get to this stage in the game, like I've been saying, certain stages of the game, earlier you need to be looking up or getting your win condition. Either looking up, taking down height, or making sure you're going into that last heal off with not full mats, but 6 medkits. But before you get there, you're going to have to make sure you're getting refreshes to have enough mats to stay safe until that final zone. So they're kind of really the 2 win conditions mostly in these Victory Cups. Is you get enough mats to tarp all your way in for the last zone until it closes to pop your medkits, or you're always looking up for height, because when you're on height you can just keep spraying down, grief everyone, and even then when you're on height you probably have your own medkits, so it's very easy for you to tarp in with a cheaper tarp because you're on height and play the medkits. So that is something to keep in mind. You need to be looking for your win condition. You can't just keep brainlessly fighting and not even thinking. Because it's so close to the end here, I'm just going to literally watch this Witchy at the final end game. Okay, he seems to be phasing in. It's probably healed up. Lovely, went to the left of the box again, shot him, putting through walls to try and make sure no one just jumps on him unsuspectedly. Nice, he gives himself the Ryan peak here by making this box. Tries to time his shot, good attempt. Replay's glitching here, so we can't actually see what's happening. Gets outside the box, creates space, easier to fight in, and getting further into zone, smart. Forces other players to start popping his blink early. And at this point, I mentioned Iamzo's probably stack the meds or mats, and he's going to be able to just wrap it up with a simple fighting. Because I think it's looking like it's big enough, or it's not small enough for Iamzo to let this go to heal off. He's definitely going to fight. And you know what? Again, he's playing it slow. He's not forcing anything. He's letting the other players grief each other. He's looking at his angles. He's using his mats wisely. Popping the fizz because he's probably going to go up and fight. Really smart play by Iamzo. Lovely drop down. Oh, beautiful play. He's probably looking at the multiplayers are actually alive at this point in the game. And he probably sees that it's only one, so he knows it's last guy. And great win. Iamzo is a great player. Make sure to take the tips I said in this video and to give yourself 20% more chance of winning your next Victory Cup, because the things in this video that I've learned while watching this and telling you amazing tips. And if they help you and you get your first earnings, make sure to comment down below and let me know. Or if you get your best placement ever, I would really appreciate you letting me know that I helped. And for more videos, subscribe.